Okay, good evening, everybody. I don't know how many of you can see my excitement from where you are, but I am more than excited to be here today. I can see a few persons. Let me say hi to John Peters, Bayful Progress, Sufficient. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome everybody to the last edition of the first season of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub. How many of us are excited? Come on, let me see you. Give me some emojis in the chat box. Let me see your excitement. I can see some people's faces. Okay, Progress is smiling like, yeah, you're with me on this. Okay, Sufficient, I can see you as well. Ibuku, Brand Nom. Okay, I can see you too. Welcome, everybody. You know, it's even double excitement because it is Dr. Abioye's birthday today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, I remember the first edition of this season, and it was absolutely brilliant. And of course, I was moderator as well for the first session, the first edition, and I am also here for the last edition. Yes, please keep writing the happy birthdays. Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you, Mary Falashade. Happy birthday to Dr. Abioye. Thank you so much. So real quick, I just want a few of us, for those of us that went through this 1 year period of this first season, please share some of your experiences, some of your learning points. I mean, for some of you, it was just one of the sessions that really struck a chord in you to, pick up and do something for yourself. So what was that one thing? I want to see some of us in the chat section. What was one thing that stood out for you in this whole season? Okay, I'm going to be reading. Yes, the happy birthdays are coming in, obviously. Today is the 26th of July, is World Dr. Abioye OKE's Day. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes on his behalf. But I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, what did you learn? Mine was disruptor. Awesome. Jasper for Jesus say his own was the disruptor. Amazing. Please, some other people, let me hear from you. Let me hear from you in the chat box. Happy birthday to your role model. Thank you, Doyi. Thank you, Gochuku. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. I mean, if a few of us understand, it was mind-blowing for Lydia. Amazing. Ibigbami rather. Lydia says the season was mind-blowing. I want somebody to tell me at least one learning point, something that stood out for you. Even if you attended 2, 3, 4 editions, what is one thing that stood out for you? All right, before we go real quick. So while that is coming in, one thing that stood out for me is nature abhors limitation from Ugochukwu Omego. Absolutely, I mean, that edition with Ugochukwu was fire. I could literally see fire coming out of his head. And that's the amazing thing about the Project 40 Knowledge Hub. It sets us apart. For everybody that went through this process, it sets us apart. So good evening once again, everyone. I can see your comments. Don't worry, I'll read through them. Thank you. It's been inspiring. Tolani, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. My name is Gussie Toby Lord Williams. Many of you call me Lord T. And I am a social impact strategist and the founder of Nigeria's leading nonprofit and volunteering network called Girl Hub Africa. I'm going to be your moderator for today. Excited, super excited because I'm the first and also the last person to do this for this season. So it's giving me so much energy, so much vibe. I am here again. Build a culture around your business from Dr. Linus Okore. Amazing. Well done. Okay, I see them coming in. Yes, keep bringing the happy birthdays, keep bringing the happy birthdays. Now I see Ugochukwu, Onwujoba. I can see Bayful Progress. I can see a few other of you. K2s, COB. I hope I'm not damaging that name. So real quick, let us know, where are you joining us from? So put it in the chat section as well. Just as you're putting what you have learned, though, put it in the chat section. Let's know, where are you joining us from? I know that it's a Pan-African dream. It's not just a Nigerian thing. I know there are people from Ghana, people from Canada. I even know there's somebody here from Turkey. So put it. David Adekboju from Ghana. Awesome. I love that. Happy birthday. Samsung saying happy birthday. Thank you. Ugochukwu is from Lagos, Nigeria. Guzape. Awesome. I love that. Dr. Shegun is from Abuja. Okay. Well done, guys. All right. So how many of us know that the Project 40 Knowledge Hub was a vision that Dr. Abioye from UK, Taiwo, awesome, amazing. Okay, keep it coming, guys. Vivian from Abuja, I see you, everybody. Good to have everybody here. Thank you so much. Okay, I see you. I see some of the private messages. Please send them. Public Doyin, I see you. Chisom from Lagos, amazing. From Uyo, wow. I love that. Welcome, Chidi Okpanto. All right, real quick, we're just going to continue. So Dr. Abioye started this vision because his vision personally was to be financially free by the age of 40 when he was 30. So it was a 10-year vision, 10-year plan. But then he clocked 40 last year, the 29th of July, and something struck a chord in him. And he said, you know what? Instead of this thing should just be a 10-year plan, it can be a Pan-African dream. And that was how the Project 40 Knowledge Hub grew. I can see some people raising their hands. Tawakali too, I can see you. Modesta, I can see you. Esther from Owerri, thank you. Tawakali too says she's from Nigeria. Thank you. I see you guys. Just put what you want to say in the chat sections. Gideon, I see you. Thank you for turning on your video. Thank you. So like I was saying, the vision rather expanded at that point in time when he clocked 40. So it was no longer a 10-year vision plan. It became a Pan-African dream to actually, a Pan-African knowledge movement rather, designed to empower young Africans below the age of 40 and to inspire them to achieve greatness. I personally will say I am a beneficiary of this amazing vision. And I know that you as well, and a lot of people in your space or people that you know are people that have benefited from this vision. I mean, I joined for Dr. Linus Okorie, I joined for Temi Ajipewa, I joined for Ugochukwu Umego, I joined the editions. And these editions were were editions that set me apart. They were editions that stirred something in me to stand out. There are editions that, you know, and I know it did the same for you. I mean, I can see your comments in the chat box, all of you saying, oh, it was amazing, it was great. Well done to you. Now, another beautiful thing about the Project 40 Knowledge Hub is that we have the Project 40 Awards. The Project 40 Awards, and it's going to be happening today. We have 40 awardees, 40 outstanding young people below the age of 40 that have been able to stand out in their different industries, in the different places. Paradise, we can see you cooking. Oh, hope you're sending some to us. So real quick, like I was saying, we have 40 outstanding young people that are going to be receiving their awards today. And I am even more than excited to, you know, see this happening, because it's one thing for young people to say, I want to stand in the gap. I want to do something different. It's another thing for another person to say, I want to support you and give you kudos and acknowledge the amazing work that you're doing. So please, let me see us clapping for the Project 40 Knowledge Hub. This is such an amazing initiative. Am I seeing the claps going up in the chat box? Please, real quick, let's clap. All right. Right now, I also want to let us know that you should watch out for the launch of the Project 40 Real Estate Support System. See, like you are not listening to me. Let me say that again. There's a Project 40 Real Estate Support System. Thank you, Jasper, for Jesus. I see that. Thank you, Chika or Kika. I see that. Now, this is designed to help members of this community. So outsiders, sorry, yo, except you want to join us now, you better join ASAP. This is your opportunity to join. If you're a member of the community, it's your first, it's an opportunity for you to own your first major luxury real estate. Now, see, I always tell people that gone are the days when we are competing whose iPhone is better, whose dress or whose hair is better. Now we are saying whose house, where is your house, where are your assets? And that is the opportunity that Lifestyle Hub is bringing to us. I am super, super, super excited that this is happening. I'm going to say that again. It is the Project 40 Real Estate Support Program. Project 40 Real Estate Support Program, and it's only open to members of the community. Please, let's give some kudos to Lifestyle Hub and to Project 40 Knowledge Hub, because this is such a big deal for young people. So how many of us are excited for us to start today? The way my ginger is, I'm sure you people you are feeling it from there already. You're feeling it. I see some people already smiling. Exactly. That's how excited I am today. First things first, it is Dr. Abioye's birthday. And then secondly, it's also the final edition today. Abubakar Aliyu, I see you. Thank you for everybody that is turning on the video. iPhone Chindo, I see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be handing over to the man of the moment, the man that has stood in the gap, the pathfinder, the one person that has said, you know what, I want to help other people become financially free and grow and achieve their greatness. Not so many people become great and draw other people into that greatness. There's so many great men out there, but they don't see other people and say, you know what, I want you to become as great as I am. Are we there? Can you hear me? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time, this is the hour. I'm going to be inviting the man of the moment, the president, the chairman, the originator, the convener of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub. Personally, I have benefited from his mentorship. I have benefited just working and learning under Dr. Abioye OKE. He is somebody that has an open heart. He's somebody that is open-minded. He's somebody that is ready to put you through. There are no cutting corners with him. He's a very straightforward man that has brought out his time, his resources, his network, linking so many young people and saying, you know what? We can become greater than we have seen ourselves today. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, right now, I want to make welcome the birthday man and also the convener of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub. Please, with a standing, clapping, shouting, firing ovation, please make welcome Dr. Abioye OKE. I should be playing music now. Stand up, stand up.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lottie, for that great introduction. For me, I feel so delighted. It's a day I've looked forward to. It's July 26. I remember clearly, Lottie, that exactly this time last year, I clocked 40, and that gave birth to what we now call today Project 40. And the whole idea of Project 40 is to inspire young Africans on what we all need to do to achieving greatness before the age of 40. Because when I was 30, about 10, 11 years ago, my situation was very critical. And I said to myself, Abioye, you've got to change the narrative. And I created Project 40, and every day for 10 years non-stop, I kept telling myself, discussing to myself about Project 40. And I'm so super delighted that Project 40, that was supposed to be so individualistic, so personal, is gradually becoming a Pan-African movement amongst forward-thinking young professionals in Africa. Now, why 40? 40 for me is a midway, okay? If you are not 40 yet, you've got to put yourself under what I call positive pressure to ensuring that you achieve greatness, okay, on or before the age of 40. And if you are above 40 already watching us today, the whole idea is for you to have a reminder that that greatness is still in you. You can unleash it. Like, for example, one of the biggest people that inspired me, that changed my life, was Mr. Jim Rohn. As a matter of fact, I met Jim Rohn 3 years after he died. I didn't even know it was late. I was still looking forward to meeting him. But guess what I got to discover just some few months ago? Nobody knew Jim Rohn until it was after the age of 50. You see, it's never too late. You still have time to achieving greatness. And this is the last edition in this series, in the first season of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub. And I'm so delighted that from next month, we are going to dive into a new season with new innovations, new support system for every member of this great community of ours. All right, and I must say this clearly to every one of us watching us today. It's my birthday. It's a day I'm so passionate about. It's a day I'm so grateful for. Okay, and like I always say, I am a product of help. Okay, people had helped me in the past. Okay, and that is why I'm seated here today. All right, so it's a day I just want to appreciate every one of you watching me right now that have been a form of support to me from the day we've ever met. I say to you, thank you so very much. And I must also thank the faculty members of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub, people that have selflessly supported us for the past 1 year. I remember clearly our first edition, we had Mr. Jimmy Tewe, okay, where he took us through a very unique journey on discovering our purpose. And the next edition, we had the opportunity of hosting Madam Merola, the bank creator, where she spoke passionately about personal branding. And I remember the edition, the powerful, equally powerful edition we had with Dr. Eladin Haruna, where he also made a lot of references on how we can take our mindset to the next level. And of course, my big oga and big brother, Mr. Niyi Adesonya. I remember clearly that edition early this year where he took us on how we can move from average to greatness and how we can own our leadership skills. I must also thank Dr. Linus Okore, okay, for supporting this course, all right? And I remember the edition we had with him on achieving greatness and owning our leadership skills, and it was indeed a super fantastic edition. And of course, Mr. Ugochukwu Omego set the house on fire, okay, when we had that great edition with him, and it took us through the psychology, the system we all need to develop towards achieving greatness. And of course, the powerful edition by Kemi Ogunkoya, the leadership expert. And besides, congratulations, Kemi, on the launch of Leader X, a unique mobile application specially designed to help leaders improve on their leadership skills. And I encourage every one of you to check out the Leader X by Kemi Ogunkoya and download it on your Android devices and of course on your ISO devices, all right? And of course, Temi Ajibewa, the electric Temi, okay? I remember that edition clearly on how she took us through the process on how we can automate, the power of automation, how you can automate your life, how you can automate your business. It's a great edition and we are so grateful to Temi. And of course, we had Mr. Bishe Barrow that changed the narrative through a unique session he had with us on how and what we need to do towards rethinking success. Today is the last edition of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub for the first season. Okay, from next month, we'll be moving into the second season where we'll do things a bit differently and we'll be announcing the processes very shortly. And like Lord T rightly said in the introduction, we will also be launching today the Project 40 Real Estate Support System for every member of the community. I'll be wrapping up the conversation today by telling you all on how you can benefit from this real estate intervention. And of course, today, I'm also super delighted that we'll be awarding 40 most improved members of this unique community of ours. So I say congratulations to those 40 people. We'll be unveiling them very shortly. So today, I just want to take us on a very simple, direct conversation on the 10 pillars of greatness. Okay, I want us to talk about the 10 pillars of greatness, and of course, I'll be referencing every edition we've had with each of our faculty members. All right, so in the course of this conversation with you today, you'll be watching short clips, okay, from Jimmy Tewe, Madam Merola, Dr. Eladin, Mr. Niyi Adesonya, Linus Okore, Ugochukwu Emegbo, and of course, Kemi Ogunkoya, and Temi Ajibewa, and of course, Bishe Barrow. And I say to you, get ready, get your P-Square ready. When I say P-Square, I mean your pen and your paper, and let us embark on this unique journey together. Where are you watching us from? Are you watching from Ghana, from Nairobi, Kenya? Are you watching from Douala, Cameroon? Okay, Abuja, Nigeria, Ibadan, Lagos, all right? Every part of Africa or the world you are watching us from, I say to you, welcome again to the July edition of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub. Thank you. All right, now the first pillar for greatness I would like to share with you today is vision. Vision. Without vision, you can never achieve greatness. Check out the history of great people in the world. They were people of vision. Now, a lot of people have vision, but their vision is so internalized, is so individualistic. And at the end of the day, they work in the realm of average. Okay, for you to achieve greatness, you must have at least 3 people. You must start from minimum of 3 people that will buy into that vision of yours. So you must be a vision seller if you want to achieve greatness. All right? You must be able to structure your vision in a manner that people will be able to connect their own vision into it. So I want to encourage you, have a personal vision for yourself, okay? Have your personal vision statement and also have your corporate vision statement, okay? For example, I run an organization called the Lifestyle Asset Hub. We have our corporate vision, okay? I'm Abioye. There's a difference between Abioye and Lifestyle. I have my own personal vision. If you ask me, what is your personal vision, Abioye? I would say my personal vision is to become the king of lifestyle. All right? So when people ask me, who are you? I will say, I'm the king of lifestyle. For me, that is very pregnant. Then I can take you on a 5 days conversation on what that simply means. Talking about vision, one of the things that establishes your vision is when you finally discovered your purpose, because your purpose reflects in your vision statement. All right. And I remember clearly in our first edition, Mr. Jimmy Tewe spoke extensively about purpose. And I would like us to please take a look at what Jimmy Tewe feels about establishing a sustainable and workable lifelong purpose.
You must understand your greatest competition is not with anybody on this platform, but with yourself. You have to be better tomorrow than you are today. And the ideology of purpose allows you to be able to fulfill that reality. If God is the creator, then God understands the intent for which he made you. And if therefore is the creator, then therefore it means that you have to predispose yourself to a relationship with him. I have that through Christ Jesus, through a relationship with him, and through that you are able to have encounters or experiences that throw light on the reason for your being.
So, and every day you wake up, talk to yourself about who you want to be and who you are in the real sense of it. And there is a book here I would like to recommend to every one of you watching me today. It's a book by the ruler of Dubai. It's called My Vision. Okay, Challenges in the Rise for Excellence. Okay, so it's a book. If you've not read this book, I say to you, you are not ready to achieving some unusual vision. Okay, Dubai, few decades ago, we all knew what Dubai was. Okay, but Dubai couldn't have developed the way it has developed today if not for the fact that King Mohammed bin Rashid was able to create a vision, and he got the whole world, you and I, to buy into the vision. Anytime you book a flight to Dubai, you are simply expressing your happiness to the fact that you have bought into the vision of Dubai. All right. So who has bought into your vision? Who will buy into your vision? I encourage you to read this book, and of course, you will discover more. Now, let me quickly take us through the second pillar to achieving greatness. Okay. I said the first is vision. Then the second is adversity. All right. The second is what? Adversity. Without adversity, you cannot achieve greatness, because adversity brings out the best in you. Adversity brings out your emotional muscle. Okay, without adversity, you will never discover the real essence of your purpose. Without adversity, even the test of your vision will not be established. Adversity establishes the vision you've been able to create, because every good vision must be tested, must be doubted, must be questioned. As a matter of fact, every great vision must be rejected. Okay, and those four I just stated out are expressed during the period of adversity. But without self-belief, if you don't believe in yourself, you can never overcome adversity. Okay, so I want to encourage you, challenges will come. Like Jimmy O'Reilly said, never wish for less challenge, wish you were better. Never wish it was easier. Okay, wish for better skills. Learn to discipline your disappointment. So adversity will come. I must say to you, about 4 years ago, thereabout, we established Lifestyle. Okay, but the past 1 year has been the most turbulent. Okay, the most, how do I put it now? the most challenging, okay, of all the years we've experienced at Lifestyle. Okay, but guess what? In the course of these challenges, we've been able to revamp the organization, whereby I feel so excited about what we'll be unveiling very shortly, because every crisis is designed to bring out creativity in you. A crisis that does not bring out creativity in you is a crisis wasted. So please be grateful for those crises. All you need to do is that tell yourself, speak to God and say, God, what do I need to do to turn this crisis to another great story? You know, I remember clearly one of my great business partner, Mr. Philip Atta, will always say, we must develop adversity intelligence. You know, and I recall clearly when we hosted Dr. Linus Okoye, he spoke about what entrepreneurs need to do to convert challenging moments, okay, into greatness, all right? And I would like us to please quickly watch Mr. Linus Okoye in one of the editions we had during the Project 40 Knowledge Hub.
You know, so in that context, first thing first is having a state of mind that is peaceful, a state of mind that is exciting, a state of mind that is conditioned to believe that whatsoever that is happening around the environment is a process. It's only going to be there for a phase. It's not going to be there forever. So when you come to that state of mind, what happens is that you can now be at a place of rest and begin to plant only positive thoughts in your mind, plant visions, ability to see beyond your current reality. So the entrepreneur sees the struggle as an obstacle to the accomplishment of the vision. So in as far as the entrepreneur continues to see the big picture of where his vision is.
The harder your story, the sweeter it becomes. And the sweeter your story, the more people are willing to even pay you to share your story. So I say to you, congratulations in advance. All right? Then, of course, there is a book I would like to recommend. This book is written by my friend and her husband, Sukomi and Toby Adewusi. Okay, I felt so emotional when I read this book. Okay, and guess what? The book is called Crashed. Okay, these are two great entrepreneurs that have genuinely built businesses, and along the way they had one or two challenges. But guess what? They documented everything into a book that could potentially earn them residual income for the rest of their lives. So I encourage you to look for this book, Crash, okay, by Sukomi and Toby Adewusi, all right? So it's a great read, and I think it will show you how you can turn your adversity into greatness. All right, so now the third pillar for greatness, it's mindset. Your mind is the biggest continent in the world. Okay, so much you can achieve if you can harness the power of your mind. Okay, and your mind becomes so impotent if you lack self-belief in yourself. So it is very important that you have a strong belief in who you are. Like I said earlier, without self-belief, you cannot achieve greatness, because during those adversity period, the period you have adversity, you have challenges, what also sustains you towards achieving that greatness you are meant to achieve, it's your mindset. All right, so challenges will come. I remember a very powerful book by John C. Maxwell talked about failing forward. Failing forward. Like Jim Rohn also said some time ago, that we learn more from failing than even from succeeding. All right, so I encourage you to also check out this book by Dr. John C. Maxwell, Failing Forward. One of the editions we had during this season of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub was when we hosted Dr. Eladin Aruna. And I remember that edition clearly, where Eladin spoke about the mind, the power of your mind, okay? Because your mind is designed by default to be the master of your body. And your body is supposed to be the slave to your mind. Because when your mind controls your body, you achieve greatness. And I would like us to please check out this clip by Dr. Eladin Aruna on how we can re-engineer our minds for greatness.
you cannot change your life until you change the way you think. It's a popular, quote. Many people say that you can't change your life until you change your thought. Because just remember what I said earlier. Just as a tree cannot be without a seed, a man's results and actions cannot be without thoughts. But the question now is, a lot of time I see many people, many success coaches and entrepreneurs say that you need to change your thinking, you need to change your thinking. But they don't know that it's not just possible to tell someone change your thinking. If it is that possible and if it's that easy, everyone will have been, living in million-dollar homes and be living their dream life.
All right, so the fourth pillar to achieving greatness is hustle. Okay, you've got to hustle. Certain people have said that it's only poor people that hustle. That is not a very good narrative for young people to follow. Okay, it's just like saying smart work is better than hard work. No. Okay, because most young people, they are looking for how they can work smart and they are not ready to work hard. Hard work is a foundation for smart work. Okay, because when you hustle, you must have an hustle, something you wake up to do every day. Something you wake up to do every day. It's very important because it even makes it easier for God to bless you when you have an hustle. Okay, I have mine. So what you just need to now do is to create an automation system around your hustle. Okay, like Temi Ajibel rightly shared with us during an edition we had with her. So I want to encourage you to ensure that you wake up every day to do something. You must have something that says, okay, this is my source of income. This is what I have to do, something that other people can buy into. And some of the challenges most young entrepreneurs typically have is that they are always waiting for the perfect moment. There's never a perfect time to start. You've got to start from where you are. Okay, there are different philosophies that have really affected our growth, like saying what is worth doing is worth doing well. That is not true. What is worth doing is worth doing badly until you do it well. And that is why I would like to recommend this book, okay, by Rob Moore. And the book is, I love the title for this book. It says, Start Now and Get Perfect Later. Start now and get perfect later. So all these books, title and everything, my team putting them down on the chat column. Then you can pick the author and the book and look for this book. These are great books that have greatly inspired me. Start now and do what? Get perfect later. All right, so please, let's check out Temi Ajibewa as she spoke about some important aspects on how we can automate our hustle.
Automating something simply means you putting it in action without much effort anymore from you. Letting something run, putting in a system that allows something to work without much effort from you. Now, one thing you must take note of is putting systems in place cannot be easy. Please take note of that. Putting systems in place is never easy. But would it be worth it? Absolutely, yes, it would be worth it. But you see, at the beginning, you will have to struggle. You will have to strive. You have to work hard to put the systems in place.
The fifth pillar to achieving greatness is your body. Your body. Your body is a vehicle that moves you from one point to the other. You've got to take care of your body because that is the only place you would live for the rest of your life. Most of us, we take care of our cars. We are so finicky about our homes. I build luxury homes, so I know what it takes to be so finicky about our living space. Okay, but the most important factor right here is our body. We've got to take care of ourselves. Okay, we've got to eat right. All right. Talking about eating right, there is a book here I would like to recommend. Okay, This book was given to me by Mr. Philip Atta. Very powerful book. Okay, it talks about 4 blood types and 4 diets. Okay, eat right for your type. Okay, eat right for what? For your type. And this book was put together by Dr. Peter Adamon. Okay, Dr. Peter Adamon. So it's a book I encourage you to look for and read, so you can learn how to eat right for your blood type. Some of us watching me right now, you don't even know your blood group. All right. One of the things I do every quarter as part of taking care of my body is that I am O positive, and every quarter I donate blood. Okay, because I've come to realizing that donating blood is also a way of staying healthy also, and of course saving another person's life. So, and of course, I'm always very finicky about what I consume. Okay, for the past 15 years thereabout, I've not taken soft drinks, for example. All right? So you've got, because I know it's not good for my body. Okay, and I need my body to be strong to achieving greatness. Because should your body fail, your vision, which is the number 1 pillar I shared earlier, becomes useless, becomes irrelevant. So I want to encourage you as we move into the 2nd season of the Project 40 Knowledge Hub, you've got to take care of your body. And when your body is well taken care of, you've got to present it the right way. Okay, you've got to present it the right way. And I remember clearly, Madam Merola, the bank creator, spoke about personal branding. Okay, how to select colors to suit, colors that suit your skin, that can represent you in different occasions. So let's quickly check out the bank creator as she spoke to us on personal branding. Madam Merola.
The way you talk, the way you show up, the way you write, the emotional connection people have when they see you, those are all the things that make up your personal brand. So I always like to define it from a place of an acronym again, to say that a personal brand needs to remember that they are epic. So the E is emotional connection. People must be able to feel something about you. So it can be negative or positive, depending on how you show yourself or act towards them. The P is perception. When people say that, oh, image is overrated, well, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not, because perception is mostly based on what people see and feel about you. So people can have the wrong perception about you. So it's your job to ensure that they have the right perception about you. So it has to be intentional. The I is for innovation. As human beings, we've been created to evolve. We've been created to keep growing. We're not supposed to be stagnant in life. So innovation in who we are is also necessary, because who you are last year should not be who you are this year. You're supposed to have grown intellectually, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and in all spheres. And then the C is for communication. How you communicate who you are to people can be the deal breaker. It can be the game changer as well, because people will be able to understand your what, your why, and who you are without them mixing it up with something completely that is not.
Fantastic. I know a good number of you have questions for me, because we want to make this as swift as possible. Okay. I would just want to encourage you to type out your questions, your comments. Let's make the chat section very active and very vibrant. Just keep typing your chat there. And of course, we've learned to automate the process, like Temi taught us in one of our editions, and you'll be seeing responses to those questions you'll be asking. Then the 6th pillar to achieving greatness is habit, your habit. Your habit defines you. Okay, as humans, we are very quick towards developing habits, either good or bad. All right? And like John Maxwell spoke in one of his teachings, that if we want to achieve greatness, we must develop 5 great habits every day. We must do 5 things every day that takes us from point A to point B. I've got my own 5 daily habits. 5 things I must do before the sun sets. All right? And I remember clearly one of the habits that Kemi Ogunkoya encouraged us to develop. It's not having a shelf mentality. What that means that you buy books, I have so much books on this table right now, and you just use those books to decorate, but you don't read them. Okay, we've got to read, and I would like us to please check out some of the teachings we were able to learn from Kemi Ogunkoya on not developing a chef mentality, but the power in building ourselves.
Self-discovery in itself is a journey. Now, guess what? It's a journey that never ends. So which means that you should never get to that point where you say to yourself, oh, I have read 5,000 books by John Maxwell, right? I've read all Kemi Ogunkoya's book, and I've attended all the sessions in Project 40. And you get yourself a lovely plaque, put it in your bookshelf and say, yes, that is it. You are going to be setting yourself up for failure. It is about you understanding that self-leadership is a continuum. It's a journey that would never end. It requires you unlearning. And I start with unlearning because a lot of us have so much to unlearn and we don't even have space for learning because we're full. So it starts with unlearning, starts with you learning, and then it continues with you constantly relearning. So it begins with that pillar self-discovery. When you have an idea, when you have a dream, the longer it takes for you to do something about it, the quicker, you start to forget about that particular dream, or your energy starts to dwindle. So do the smallest thing. And when you do that small thing, take the next smallest step. Take the next smallest step after that again. And that way, most likely you can achieve. So like I said, when I have an idea, I'm calling, maybe it could be a design or something. I want to do a project. I will call my graphic designer, design this flyer for me, right? It could be as simple as that. It could be as simple as calling my personal assistant to say, oh, calendarize this thing for me. But do not just let your ideas go. Your ideas have potential to birth great things for you. If we could quantify the number of things that we have lost by not documenting our ideas, and if we could see the other side of it, you will see how much riches you are throwing away. So do the smallest thing.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Kemi. And there is a book here I would like to recommend. This book is written by Charles Duong, and the book is titled The Power of Habit. The Power of Habit. Why we do what we do in life and business. Why we do what we do in life and business. The Power of Habit by Charles Duong. And I encourage you to check out this book. Fantastic. So now the seventh pillar to achieving greatness is team. Okay, building a team. It's very important. All right. I always dispute that concept of self-made millionaire. Okay. Of course, you could conceive the vision first, but that vision cannot move to the next level without you building a solid team. Okay, and a team that is well built simply complements you. Okay, simply helps you to, in short, a good team downplays your weaknesses. All right, and of course, it amplifies your strength. So I want to encourage you to look into your current business or your life and ask yourself, am I working within a team? If you are not working within a team, you are not going to become great. It's not possible, okay, to become great alone or by yourself. The idea is for you to become great through a structured team, and you start picking people, across people within your circle to also become great with you. And that helps you to create a very solid pillar. Like I said earlier, you need at least to start with 3 people in your team, because any structure that stands on at least 3 legs cannot fall if properly structured. Okay, you cannot. Because we need to use that as a sample. Okay, because I have just 2 people within my team. No, it's not solid yet. Start with 3. Then before you know, it becomes 4. It becomes 5. It becomes 6, and your team enlarges. And guess what? It's all now evolved into becoming a system. And I remember the edition we had with Niyi Adesanya. He spoke so extensively about building a system. And I would like us to please check this out.
My first book on leadership, Leadership Quadrant. And I said there that nobody can be a transformational leader without building systems. Nobody can be a transformational leader without building systems. Systems must be uppermost in your heart, because you know what? Greatness you're looking for, once you get there, something must sustain it. No, something must take you there, and something must sustain it. Something must take you there, and something must sustain it. And what sustains it? Systems. Systems. If you see somebody who is investing money, investing time in building systems, this person is primed for greatness. And you know what? Greatness is not just accidental to them. Greatness is not just something that happens like a flash in the pan. So greatness is sustained. They understand greatness. They understand how to reactivate greatness. They understand. You see, when they begin to talk about big things, when they begin to talk about great things, they just find it easy. You know why they find it easy? They found it easy because of the systems that they have built, because of the systems that they have created. They just have an idea, they take that idea and dump it on the system. And before you know something, the system turns it around.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Niyi Adesanya. And talking about teamwork and creating a system, there is this book I read some few years ago I would like to recommend. Is by Marshall Goldsmith. What got you here would not get you there. Okay, some of us will get so fixated, we get so emotionally attached to a team. Okay, but sometimes you set up a team, but in your next level, you might need to reinforce that team or even change the team entirely. That is just the reality of becoming great, all right? But just ensure that there is fair play in all you do. And to understand what this simply means, I encourage you to read this book, What Got You Here Would Not Get You There. The knowledge that got you here will not get you there. So you've got to build a new knowledge. The team that got you here might not get you there if you don't quickly reinforce the team. Because there is a way a system or an organization you are building can outgrow your team. So always ensure that the personal development of the people that work within your team are critical to you so that they can move along with your system or your organization. Now, beautiful. Now, let's quickly move to the 8th pillar of achieving greatness. And the 8th pillar is integrity. Integrity is one of the biggest currency any of us can acquire. Okay, and for me, in business, integrity simply means playing fair. You know, sometimes when businesses go bad, it could affect potentially your integrity. But it is your duty, okay, to leverage on the power of the future to proving yourself right. Okay, to showing to the other parties that it was the business that went bad and not you as a person. All right, and that is why one of the biggest gifts God has given to us is the gift of the future. That's why I always say in business, you can lie to sell, but you can never lie to retain a customer. And I remember the edition we had with Mr. Abioye Barrow. He spoke about rethinking success and the power of integrity. And I would like us to please check out Mr. Abioye Barrow's thought on building a very solid mindset when it comes to rethinking success.
People do all sorts of things to make money. Yes, you can make money, but where's your name? Where's your integrity? You know, a legacy. These are the things that transcend. And ultimately, because again, we are a very religious society and a person of faith, it's also our eternity. That's what transcends. And I ask myself, and I ask you to think about this, when you take decisions in your business, when you take decisions in your work, in your family life, do you take these decisions with the background that you want to have a good name, you want to maintain your integrity, you want to create a legacy that will survive you, not a material legacy?
All right. Thank you so much, Abioye Barrow. And there is a book by Tom Butler I would like to recommend. which is never too late to be great. Never too late to be great. The power of thinking long. Most people think very short, and because of their short thinking mindset, they compromise on integrity. So I encourage you to read this book. It simply shows you the power of long-term thinking, and of course for you to know that it is never too late to becoming great. Thank you so much. Okay, so now quickly as we wrap up gradually, the ninth pillar for achieving greatness is knowledge. Knowledge is very important, okay? If you are not getting the result you want right now, there is something you need to know that you don't know, okay? And of course, if the knowledge you have right now is not producing the results you desire, what you have at the moment is an illusion of knowledge, because knowledge is designed to give you results. Like Nia Adesanya said in one of those editions, that no results, no respect. Okay, so it's very important. And I remember clearly, when now let me quickly say this. Okay, if you want to achieve greatness, okay, you need to roll with great people. And guess what? Great people don't like to roll with people that are ignorant, with people that are not knowledgeable. Okay, and if you want to attract greatness, you must be knowledgeable. And like I said in one of those editions myself, that your knowledge must be at the same frequency with the greatness of people you are trying to attract. What is just lacking in you is just a manifestation. All right, and manifestation, I must say, does not all happen overnight. It goes through a process. But the most important thing is that your actions must be backed by knowledge. Okay, and we are all just 5 good books away from achieving greatness in our industries. You can see I've recommended over 8 books or 9 books already on this edition, because I'm where I am today because of the quality of knowledge I have. And for me to move to the next level, I need to acquire more knowledge. I need to have more mentors in different sectors, okay? I need to even have more mentees, because you also learn more from teaching, all right? And I remember clearly at the edition we had with Ugochukwu Emego, he spoke clearly about the power of changing the paradigm, of becoming great through the acquisition of knowledge and personal development. Let's quickly check out this all-important clip by Ugochukwu Umego. Thank you.
What you make in business is margin. You don't make profit in business. It's an investment, you make profit. So because Abioye was talking about people that are corporate now, who can now also make corporate investment. When your company makes margin, don't say when your company makes profit. Profit is when your money makes money without your input. Margin is the extra income you have based on the value created. Example is I produce water. Who produces the water? Me. I have my system. I have my cost of running my business. I have my staff. But I'm also part of the workforce. I'm there. We're planning, thinking. So by the time we produce this bottle of water, the cost of production is 10,000. And we finally put it in the market at 15,000. Omo, have I made profit?
Margin.
You've made margin. Thank you. So margin is directly related to your labor.
Okay, thank you so much, Ugochukwu. You can see how powerful that edition is. And there is this book I would like to recommend for every one of us to go and look for. I'm sure if you check through Amazon, you should be able to see this online and order for your copy. All right? Because if you want to become a doctor, you go to the university to study what? Medicine. If you want to become an engineer, you go to the university to study engineering. And if you want to become wealthy, you've got to study wealth, all right? And there is this book. It's beyond being a book. It's a pack, okay? It's a pack on a unique dimension to creating wealth by Robert Kiyosaki. And the title of this box, I call it a University of Wealth in a Box. It's called Teach to be Rich. Teach to be Rich. So it's a great knowledge box I will encourage you to look out for, all right? The easiest place I think you can get this is through Amazon, all right? Now we are getting to the last bit of this conversation with us today. We are talking about the 10 pillars of greatness. You know, the number one pillar, like I said earlier, was vision. Second pillar is adversity. The third pillar is mindset. And the fourth pillar is hustle. And of course, the fifth pillar is body. And the seventh pillar is team. And of course, eighth pillar is integrity. And of course, the ninth pillar is knowledge. Then finally, the 10th is service. Service to many leads to greatness, great respect, great reward. Okay, I remember when I discovered the power of service about 8 years ago. Okay, towards the journey of my Project 40, the early stage. And I realized that for me to be great, I need to serve. I need to serve those great people selflessly. You know, I remember clearly, I would walk up to them. I would say, oh, my name is Abioye. I'm the CEO of Obda Fair Consult then in my former life. All right? And, oh, as part of our give back, we are offering a free 2-hour sales training. Okay? Give back. Were we even making money? We weren't really making money. Okay? But of course, perception is powerful. All right? They will say, oh, really? Send us your proposal. Then we'll go, we deliver the training from our hearts. Okay? And at the end of the day, they say appreciated us. And guess what? Through that free delivery, free services, we end up doing what? Building new social capital, new contact. I remember when I worked with my boss then, Michelle Barrow, Learning Impact NG. You know, he came up with a grand plan. He said, Abioye, we've got to do signature programs, okay, on John Maxwell leadership trainings. And Learning Impact did free trainings in Abuja and Lagos. Spent millions of naira on each of those trainings. I remember Yaradua Center and the Lagos one was at Civic Center in Lagos, okay, where we invited different workplace professionals. And guess what? The organization got its first mandate after the signature program. For you to receive, you must give. It's a law of nature. You can never harvest until you sow. And Jim Rohn made it very clear. When you sow your seed wide enough, it must inevitably fall on good ground. I want to encourage us, for us to be great, we must serve. I remember clearly in the edition I took myself on 7 ways to winning with people, I spoke about service. Let's check this out. To winning with people in 2022 is be service-oriented. Let me ask you a quick question. How many people do you intend to serve in 2022? The more people you are able to serve in 2022, the higher your chances of making a great success out of it. Okay? Okay, don't let like a temporary situation or a setback jeopardize an entire relationship. All right, welcome back. And there's this final book I would like to recommend to wrap up this conversation. Is by Adam Grant. Give and Take. All right? Give and take. Why helping others drives our success. Why helping others drives our success. You can see Jim Rohn called it enlightened self-interest. Okay, why it is. Let me even wrap up by telling you this on service. One of the most selfish acts you can ever embark upon is to be generous. Because your generosity simply opens door for you. All right? So I encourage us, let's serve as many people as possible, and you'll see our greatness simply becomes inevitable. Thank you so very much. Those were the 10 pillars to achieving greatness. Okay, now, you know, I remember clearly the very first edition of this Project 40, we said we're going to reward our top 40 members of this community, people that are really serving, people that are really creating impact. And I'm so delighted to introduce you to our first 40 awardees for the Project 40 Knowledge Hub first season. These are people that are going places. They are taking our continent, okay, to the next level. Like I always like to say, It takes Africans to develop Africa. Because when we are ready as Africans, then the rest of the world will come to our partnership, not to our rescue, okay, to our partner. They will come to partner with us because Africa is currently the biggest business ecosystem in the world, as I speak to you. And Africa is the most youthful continent in the world. And our youth have got to be encouraged, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to quickly watch this short presentation on our 40-hour days. We are going to present to them a physical plaque that will be delivered to them in their various respective locations. Congratulations, guys. Also, in addition to appreciating our faculty members, we will also be sending a plaque to all members of the Project 40 Academy faculty members. We really appreciate them. They've been so selfless, okay, without paying them anything, okay, without paying them anything, they spent their time for the past 1 year to impact us. We really want to appreciate. Please check out, for those of you that have not been privileged to watch us from day one to this point, please check out our great faculty members. Thank you so very much, and I encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, Project 40 Knowledge Hub, and watch all past episodes you'll be so delighted you did. All right, we've gotten to this segment of this special edition. It's my birthday, and I'm of course in a very generous mood. I wish I had like 50 or 1,000 or 1 million Bitcoin in my wallet right now. I will have probably sent every one of you a sport car, okay, as my appreciation to every one of you. Now, becoming great requires high level of financial stability, because you cannot help the poor by being part of them. And research has shown that you cannot achieve financial stability if you don't own real estate. You cannot achieve financial greatness. As a matter of fact, you cannot be real great if you don't own real estate, because real estate is the bedrock for every industry. Practically almost every industry relies on real estate. Okay, and we are trying to change the narrative that you are not too young to own real estate. The earlier, the better. The earlier, the better. Part of my vision is to see young Africans, an 18-year-old African, a 20-year-old African, a 25-year-old African owning real estate, pointing to an apartment that says that this apartment is owned by me. Now, as part of our second season of the Project 40 movement, we are introducing to you, ladies and gentlemen, the Project 40 Real Estate Support Intervention. Okay, we're introducing to you the Real Estate Support System. That is a unique intervention that simply supports members. Okay, for you to benefit from this, you must be a registered member of the Project 40 movement. And of course, you must have bought into the vision. And of course, for you to also benefit, you must actually be below the age of 40. Of course, we have packages for people above 40 already, but the whole idea, okay, the whole focus right now is to support members of this community that below the age of 40 to aspire to owning an apartment, so that by the time we get to the end of the second season, we just awarded our first 40 most improved members of our community. We will also be celebrating those that have been able to achieving this. Now, before I explain to you what it takes to own this real estate, this piece of unique real estate, I would like you to watch a unique design. Now, we came up with this design during the COVID period. And finally, this design has seen its purpose. We've decided to tailor this design to accommodate members of our Project 40 Academy and, of course, our movement. Check out this beautiful architectural masterpiece. Welcome back. Now, let me ask you, did you like what you just saw? Now, what we simply done is that for us to make this truly affordable, okay, For me, I don't really believe in mass housing, low-cost housing. That's why I refer to myself as the king of lifestyle. Okay, we can create designs in a great part of the city and it can still be affordable. Now, for this purpose, okay, what we have on offer for members of this Project 40 movement, we have a design, a studio design. Okay, we have a studio design that will be greatly, highly affordable. Then we also have a one-bedroom design. At least start from there. Start, especially for those of us that it's your first time ownership. Start by owning a studio for yourself, whereby you live in there. Then when you outgrow it, you turn into an income generating system. Okay, you can own a one-bedroom. And I know that some of us in this academy that are even below 40, you own your own apartment already, all right? Then, of course, you can still aspire to bid to owning this studio apartment or this one-bedroom apartment, all right? And guess what? You can simply turn into a business, an income-generating asset that brings you money on a monthly, quarterly, and, of course, daily basis. Now, the deal here, and this deal is only for members of the Project 40 movement, okay? You are going to receive a whopping 40% discount on the published market price for the studio apartment and for the one-bedroom apartment. And we are going to create a unique one-year payment plan for you. And for those of you, the beautiful thing we are going to be doing differently in the second season is that for those of you that might not even be able to afford it immediately, we are going to offer you specialized coaching system on how you can turn your existing business around and how your cash flow can quickly improve. We are going to provide you with specialized trainings. So one of the things we'll be doing differently as we move into the second season is that we'll be providing more specialized trainings that impact on your bottom line. Okay, so the details on the cost for the one-bedroom apartment and for the studio apartment will be published on our WhatsApp group. Okay, so if this interests you and you want to be part of this, if you are not a member of this community yet, I will say to you the first stage is to join the WhatsApp group, all right? Then, of course, more details will be published on the WhatsApp group, and voila, you are on your way to owning your first piece of real estate. Congratulations to you in advance. Thank you so very much. All right, as we draw to the end of this edition, I want to sincerely thank every one of you that have really supported this course. For me, it's a course I'm so passionate about, okay? And I look forward to us doing this again as we drift into the second season. Now, what we'll be doing differently in the second season of the Project 40 is that we'll be hosting physical quarterly events in top locations like Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Accra, okay, Douala, Nairobi, Kigali, okay, and of course where we meet physically, and of course we will also be having faculty members that will be supporting these physical events, and details of how this is going to work will be published on the WhatsApp group also. And I say to you, get ready for a great season, and of course get ready for the season of manifestation of the greatness in us. I feel so delighted. I thank you so very much for being part of this all special edition. It's my birthday, and I think I deserve to have some quick party before the end of the day. Thank you so very much for being part of this edition. God bless you, and look forward to seeing you sometime in any corner of Africa very soon. Of course, my name is Abioye, OKE, the king of lifestyle. See you soon.